从来没有想过自己会嫁给一个美国老公，也没有想过自己会有一对美国的公婆，更没有想到自己会在美国和公婆一起同住在一个屋檐下2年多。在我没有见到我公婆之前，我就会想，就像我们看电视剧里的，你的婆婆是恶婆婆还是好婆婆？你的婆婆会对中国儿媳有什么想法吗？因为婆婆有很多子女，会不会对某些子女比较偏爱？会不会对你有偏见？再加上我们现在同住在一个屋檐下，会不会有争执、有冲突？有争执、有冲突要怎么解决？尤其在孩子子女教育的方面，大家的想法理念都还是有冲突的。今天就和大家一起来聊一聊。My father-in-law is a classmate with George Bush, the president. Yeah, 布什总统和红豆的爷爷是同班同学，在哈佛。What did I say about George Bush?
Not the smartest one in class.
George Bush is not the smartest in his class. 这是我的公公。This is my father-in-law.
Hi.
对，他毕业于哈佛大学，我公公是个学霸。这是我公公哈佛大学研究生的毕业证书，还有他在学生会的副主席。公公还是很牛的。现在是下午时间1点20分，我的婆婆已经开始在准备晚餐了，给大家看一下。我婆婆今天要做 What are we going to eat, Mom?
Chicken and wild rice soup.
我婆婆真的是一个特别能干、任劳任怨的一个人，真的是。夏天到的时候，婆婆每天春天、夏天每天都在院子里工作，喜欢做自己的种花、种菜，然后她每天早上会和她的朋友一起出去散步1个小时。70岁的老人，然后他们去年的时候一起去了英国旅游。Hello, this is my mother-in-law, Nancy. She's an amazing, wonderful mother-in-law. Yes. Now, I want to talk to you guys. 我们可以来聊一聊公婆之间的问题，尤其是因为我和我婆婆互动比较多，所以就聊一聊和婆婆之间的问题。首先，我想问 Mom, what do you think about our mixed-up family?
I think it's really fun. I think it is fun to have several generations in a family, grandparents, parents, and children. Mm-hmm. We love watching the children grow up and having them part of our lives.
Before you met us, what do you think? Will you have met that? Are they good or not good?
I wasn't very worried. We've been to China before, so I knew a little tiny bit about the culture. If my son loved you, then we'll love you.
Now we live together with my parents-in-law for more than 2 years. When we had married, they helped a lot with us. 他们帮我们带孩子。然后我还记得 I can still remember that when Chloe wanted to go to sleep, they had different time schedule. So my mother-in-law had to hold Mary every night to rock her to sleep when I was getting Chloe to sleep. Chinese people, the opinion that American people are really independent. Kids turn to 18, they said, you have to leave your own house, you have to get your own apartment, to get your own stuff ready for your own life. But now look, we lived together. It will be difficult to get along together. It will be a burden to you, or like if we're bothering, interrupting your life?
No, I don't think so at all. I think maybe most people we know want to support their children. And sometimes they need a little extra time and help so that they can go on and finish their education, or if they're trying to buy a home, things like that. They're welcome in your home. Mm-hmm. We don't kick them out too early. And to us, it's been a lot of fun to get to have them in our home. I would do it all the time. I don't want them to ever leave, but it has not been a problem.
You're still taking care of their family. Do you think it's too much for your life?
Not really. Don't really look at it as a burden. This isn't permanent. Yeah. And it's a short time, and it's a time to enjoy, especially if there's grandchildren there, or just to enjoy your adult children, because it's a little harder. Yes. And we all need to help each other.
Like in China, if one family had more than one kid, the parents can't be really equal to every kid. You may love this one more, love this one a little bit. Like I was talking to my parents. My dad said he really loves my sister a little bit more when we were growing up. And I can feel that. Yeah. What do you think in here?
I just feel I can't even think of one that I like more than the other. And sometimes I just get mad at all of them. But I love them. They are so different. And they each bring something different to our family. We're just kind of used to treating them all the same and loving them all the same, even though there are times that you're mad at one or you just are very concerned about one. It kind of changes all the time.
Like your kids choose what their life will be, their wife or their husband, or where do they live? Will you give them suggestion, or will you can do whatever?
I think maybe that's where the independence comes here. We try to give them advice and counsel, but also we want to make sure that that's their decision. That they don't come back and say, but you said I should do this. We had a daughter deciding what school to go to one time. And so we took her to the school for a tour. We sat down and my husband made a chart. The good things about school-wise, academically, the good things about social. Would you have friends there? You wouldn't know anybody. We listed them and we really didn't want her to go to this one school, which she really wanted to. But I think when we talked it out and she saw it, and then we said, but it's your decision. You have to make that decision and you'll have to live with it. She chose to go to the school we wanted her to, which was nice. Marriage has been hard because you want to be kind. Everybody has faults. We've had some talks with them. Just make sure you're doing the right thing and we'll support you. But be careful because sometimes it's hard and marriage doesn't always work. And where to live? Since we've moved far away from our parents for a while for school, and we didn't feel like we had much say about where they lived, but it just turned out that now they all live here. And we're grateful for that, but that has to be their choice, and it won't be forever. So
my mother-in-law once talked to me. I have some fight with my husband. She will always stand with me. She shows lots of her and their respect to our life. Sometimes we have different opinions, but my mom's always, listen to your mom. Your mom is in charge of you, not mine. I can give you support, but I'm not. I want to ask you one thing. Is there normal to call your mother-in-law, father-in-law, mom or dad here? Because I found that when I call you mom, T, Rich, they all call you your name.
Yeah, I think both. Sometimes they call mom and dad, and sometimes they call them their first name. It doesn't matter. Either one. It depends on the culture, the family, where they came from, what they call. Just don't call me bad names. I don't care.
Mary, every night she will say, good night, Poop, good night, Pete, to grandma and grandpa. We think that's not good, but they think
it's funny.
It's really fun. They are really educated, not like in China, at your generation, at your 70s, and these people, only a few people get to you have a bachelor degree or graduated. So I think it's a different culture in different countries. My parents, my mom even can't go to college because they don't have enough money for her to read.
In my generation, it's very common to have graduated from college. Very common, or to have graduate degrees, master's degrees, or doctorate degrees. My parents, not so much. My father had to quit school at 15 to work to support his family because his father died. But he read. And he did get a contractor's license for it, so he had his own business. But he made my mom go to college. He said, you need to do that in case something happens to me. And he died at 59. And so she had a job, and she was a school teacher.
My mom's already 100.
Yeah.
And she got her college.
And she's has a college degree, my mom. And I think that that was for me, that was something that I needed to do too. And I wanted to do it, and I did it for my children so that they could see that this is what you need to do. So I had 4 years of a bachelor and then 2 more years. I went to school in France for a semester.
My father-in-law graduated from Harvard. My kids, I hope my kids will get good education, we like their grandfather.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get Harvard at that time or not?
Still hard.
Still hard.
We were wondering how it happened. I thought they only took smart people.
So their life is it's really different from my family, but we're together. We worked out.
It doesn't matter. We're all the same. You know, I think anybody around the world, we're just people. And we just want our children to be happy, and we want our children to be happy, our grandchildren, and just try to teach them to be kind and good people to everybody. And Ying's been wonderful. She's a wonderful daughter-in-law. She's the best daughter-in-law I have.
Because you only have one daughter-in-law.
And we have been so lucky to have such good children.
Yeah.
The children that married our children are better than our children.
We're lucky to be here.
I am grateful. Ying's wonderful, and she's like a daughter, and I love that with my friends and with our neighbors, everybody loves her, and she's just so kind. She's just kind to everyone, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. We will talk
Bye.
next time.